Man, so many people are so scared to just get out there and just do stuff. Like, they're so big on just talking. Like, stop talking about it, do it.
Can't stop, no. Can't stop, no. I can't stop. I won't drop, fall from grace. Cannot. Bitch, I'm maxing out. I know you don't know what that about. Off the six pack, yeah, it's a drought. I'm a sick man, yeah, I'm a sick proud. Push way heavy, I been rocking, you be steady. Talking about that B-vibe, mixing rock steady, you ain't ready. Push a weight, I ain't even talking about no selling. Push a T-soul, mix it with a little Henny. The thug life, I am not a thug, but bimbo ready for the setting. If it's don't right, you might see the ending. Didn't wait, feel so light, was just a headache. Now you gon' see the light. Lightweight, baby, and it feels so right. I'm pressing caskets full of bastards that I warned on sight. Might be crazy, yeah, Roman night. I'm not in matches for your casket, and this one's for my blood. No, no, riding so low. In the light, my soul glows. I'm gon' fight, nose blow. No, 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 riding so.
Hey, chat, is OGK Eugene. I appreciate you for sliding through. This is the Open Door. We've had Open Door Best Friends for Betting podcast. We've got the OGK and Dritty show, but this is just OGK Open Door podcast, and we're gonna be interviewing, some independent wrestlers, some entertainers, you know what I mean? Shit, just random people that I may find interesting, or people that's willing enough to sit down with your boy for an hour. Today, we have this guy over here. We have Demarius 2.0 Jones, former heavyweight champion. We got this man. He's been on his independent journey for years now, putting it up. Super shout out to him and his merch. Be looking for his tags. I'm gonna have to get those social media links later.
Yes.
We're gonna add those in. But I'm fortunate enough to be able to, be one of the few people he's gonna open up to and come off that heelish character a little bit to go ahead and let us know the real about this independent wrestling thing, bro. Y'all be seeing me, we be watching the WWE NXT a lot. This man actually knows some of the people that's been up through there and actually went through that journey and can tell us some of those things. So super shout out, bro. Anything you want to tell us about yourself real quick before we start off?
Yes, Mr. 2.0, Demarius Jones is in the building. Charles, as always, thank you. Thank you. Pleasure to be on the show. Hey, I'm just me. I've been doing this since 2013. I've been a lot of places. A lot of these people that you see on TV, like I've got to share a locker room with them, and that's not even a boast for me. That's actually a blessing, I would say, just because it was like a once in a lifetime opportunity and everything. But very blessed to have experienced the things I have so far and excited to see where things go. So 2.0 in the building.
That's what's up.
2.0.
Hey, super shout out. Hey, if you don't know, now you know. Please go follow my man on all his social media links. Demarius 2.0 Jones. My bad.
That's
Whether
all
that's
good.
Twitch. He also does do on the side, he does do day trading as well. So you know what I'm saying? Maybe we
Yes.
can nibble into that a little bit, or maybe we better bring him back another time for that as well. But
Hey,
yeah,
it's
let's
whatever.
break into this.
Yes, sir. What you trying to know, Charles? What you got for me? What you got for me?
Man, first I want to know is, man, like growing up, like what got you into wrestling?
Uh, Dude, easy. 1998, September 1998. It was the first pay-per-view in WWF at the time, USA Channel 28. It was a pay-per-view called Breakdown. Now, I don't know how I came across. I think it was just one Monday. I was like strolling through TV, and I seen these guys on TV fighting. I'm like, all right, he hit him with a chair. That's dope. And it was the pay per view that Sunday, and I wound up catching it. My mom ordered it, was $50, and the main event of WWF Breakdown was Stone Cold versus Undertaker versus Kane in a triple threat match. And honestly, from seeing that, dude, I was hooked. I didn't even watch the whole pay per view at that point. I had just caught it from that point. I was hooked. I was like, I'm gonna be a wrestler. I'm gonna be a wrestler when I grow up.
Mm.
Sky's the limit from that point, man.
So
Sky's the limit.
So the first thing got you hooked up was a threesome. Okay, so out of this threesome, right? Who did you want to win whenever you watched this, bruh?
I was going for Stone Cold because I didn't know much about him. I was just like, this dude beating up his boss. He drinking beer. And again, this is 98. I don't know much about it. I was 8 years old, but I just thought it was so interesting that these guys were like larger than life. I had never seen nothing. It was like it was a shock to me. So I immediately got attached to it. Like immediately got attached to it. But I was rooting for Stone Cold.
You was
I
rooting
ain't
for
gonna lie, I
Stone
was rooting
Cold.
for Stone Cold.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Stone Cold had something for everybody, bro. He was an everyman's wrestler. Like, I rocked with Stone
Literally.
Cold my damn self. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Stone Cold was that guy. All right.
He was that guy.
All right.
Literally.
So that's what got you into wrestling. You know, an 8-year-old randomly popping up on the USA Network.
Yep.
So post that, right? Who was your biggest influence?
This one is easy, man. I love actually answering this question. So this one, check the shirt 2.0, check the arm 2.0. Y2J Chris Jericho was my all-time favorite because also in 1998, the debut of Chris Jericho. No, I'll take that back. I think it was like 99. No, I think it was like 99, something like that. 99, 2000, 99. And he debuted. And when he came out, man, like the Rock was in the ring talking. Chris Jericho debuted. Didn't know who this guy was. Really wasn't following WCW, but I had heard the name. And when he came out, man, it was just something about it. And I remember at the time we didn't have our cable had just got cut off. So I had to go to my auntie's house. And I'm sitting there watching with my legs like crossed and everything. And I'm like, man, this intro was dope. And he came out with the arms up, his back turned. And it was how the crowd was reacting. It was the countdown and everything. And then this man knew how to talk. He knew how to wrestle. He knew how to entertain. He was like one big package. And I don't know, it was like from that point, I was always, anytime I came out, like when I first debuted in wrestling, my very first debut, and I'm jumping ahead of it, but my very first debut, I remember coming out with my arms out like this. I was marking out. I was marking out. I'm just going to say that. But Jericho was my biggest influence over the 2.0 career and journey. For real, for real.
All right, so Y2J. Now you know the one thing is too, right? It's a good thing because like Y2J actually like made a little bit more believable for you because he wasn't one of those huge framed guys that like whenever I grew up, I'm 5 years older, so you know. With that being said, I had Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Sergeant Slaughter, like all these super huge 6'3", 6'4", behemoth type men. You know what I mean? So Chris Jericho actually is one of those, you know, guys who opened up. Besides, obviously, you know, we got those cruiserweights, Eddie Guerrero. You know, Chris. This ain't WWE programming. Y'all ain't cutting me a check. Chris Benoit. Okay, we'll say that. You know, Perry Saturn. There was a lot of those guys who weren't, you know, super big. And Chris Jericho is a good, you know, I damn near feel like you can almost put him in any period and he would stand his own. You know.
Oh, 100%. 100%. He knew how to carry a match, entertain. And that's for me, like I said, Jericho was just that package. He didn't look like Brock. He didn't look like Batista. He was just this plain dude that knew how to talk. And his intro was everything. That's all I'm gonna say. That intro, that countdown was top tier songs.
Top tier. All right.
Love Jericho.
So Jericho's now. Anybody else besides Jericho we got as an influence besides Jericho?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I love the Stone Colds. I love the Attitude Era just in general. But and you know, Kane, all the stuff, The Rock, the Entertainers, they all played their part. But man, I don't know. It was just something about Jericho, man. Like it just took off with me. Like it was just Jericho itself. Now again, I have much respect for the other guys and everything, but Jericho, man, I'm still mad I ain't have a match with Jericho. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
Y2J versus 2.0.
I mean, you gotta look at it this way too, right? Hey, super shout out. Hey, let's tag that. We gonna clip and edit this up, bro. Let's see if we can make that happen. Hey, but he has been around for 4 decades, bro, from the 90s into the 2020s, bro. That's a long career, bro. You know,
Long time, still performing. It's crazy.
that's a lot of time to be putting people in lion tamers. You feel me?
Hey, all I'm saying is, Jericho, you hear me? See me in the ring. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The people want it. The people want it. Same style, everything.
All right, so you know what I'm saying? Like, so I gotta make this so St. Louis, right? So growing up,
Okay.
you're a wrestling fan. What high school did you go to?
I went to review.
You went to Riverview?
I went to review. So I'm from the View time. I graduated in '08. And the crazy thing is, man, even with wrestling, I wanted to do this all the way up until I ain't gonna lie, I probably got into middle school. And I was still watching wrestling. Like I never stopped watching wrestling. But I always told myself, I was like, man, I think I gotta grow out of this because I'm so liking girls. I don't think this is gonna work. And literally, I kept doing it, but it wasn't like I wasn't talking about it as much because I'm like, man, I don't think that's gonna fit good. And it was like as soon as I graduated high school, I went to ITC Tech and I kind of sat there. I was like, man, what do I want to do? And it was like it clicked. I was like, hey, don't you still want to do wrestling? And I was like, yeah. So I don't know if is this jumping ahead too much?
No,
I
actually,
mean,
that's leading right into my next question. I was gonna ask, how'd you
okay,
break into the independent wrestling scene, or what got you there? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where we was
cool.
leading to.
Okay, bet. So very, very cool journey. So I remember one particular time, and I can send you videos on this stuff. But Tough Enough, Tough Enough was around like back in the day, and Tough Enough had wound up coming back in like I think mid part of the 2015, 2013, something like that.
Mhm.
And I was sitting in a little room, and of course it popped up. So I'm like, yo, this is the opportunity. How did the name Demarius form? The name came up. I was sitting in a living room. My wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, we all at the house. And I'm like, babe, like, I want to go for this. And she was like, go for it. She was like, you need a wrestling name. And I was like, all right, I don't know. And then I put my first name and middle name. I'm Darius. Middle name is Lamar. And I moved it together. It was Demarius. The Jones, let me tell you, the Jones came silly because the Jones came from when I actually jumped into the ring. My trainer was like, "Hey man, you got to have a last name," and I was just like, "I mean Jones." That's literally as simple as it was. It was just
Bro, that's
nothing
how you
special.
came up with the Jones part. There's no paying
It,
homage. There's no man.
it
I
was
really like, there's no paying homage to a wrestler from the '70s. It was just like, you need a last name, Jones. Like,
literally, dude. It was the first thing. Now I'm not gonna lie. That was not the first thing that came up. The very first thing that came up, I believe my wrestling career would have went different. The very first name that came up was Demarius Cartel. And I was like, that's not use cartel. That's just stay away from cartel. And from that and from that point, he said Jones. But before I even got there, like I said, I had tried out for Tough Enough, and I wanted to make it unique to where they could stand where it would stand out. So I remember actually going to the bathroom and I recorded my video. Like I was in the bathroom and I recorded. And I started off on the video. I said, is he recording from the bathroom? Yes, he is. And then I was like, hi, I'm Demarius Jones and stuff like that. And sure enough, I was sitting in the living room. Once again, how money is and had cable. And I started getting calls from people. And they was like, bro, like your video just aired on Raw. And I'm like, my Tough Enough video? And I was like, yeah. And sure enough, it's still on YouTube to this day. I'm gonna send it to you or whatnot.
oh
But
wow.
and I got it saved and everything. And I was like, this is so freaking dope. And from that point, we wound up going to Florida because Florida was running FCW. Before the NXT days, y'all,
Hmm.
there was FCW. And I wound up going out there. And do you know Norman Smiley from
Yeah, of
WCW?
course. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I knocked at the door on FCW. It was, dude, surreal moment. Still got the picture of it. And I knocked at the door at FCW, and it was in Tampa. And I remember him answering the door. I can't tell you who I seen. I do know some of the people who's probably wrestling now, but I seen a couple of stars now. And I was just like, yeah, man. I was like, I'm interested in trying out. And he said at the time, he said the next class is going to be in January, but I don't know what is happening because Triple H is doing something completely different. And he said, I keep you posted. So he wanted to give me
Ah.
his number. And that's where NXT came from. He wanted to give me his number. And I was texting him off and on, like, hey, like, have you heard anything? And he was like, no, I'm gonna keep you posted. That dropped, and then next thing you know, NXT was the newest thing that popped up.
Oh wow.
And yeah, it would do crazy. But at the time, I didn't want to wait. So when I came back, I wound up getting in contact with South Broadway. And that's where I met my trainer, Brandon Espinoza. And he basically told, like, it was a scare tactic. He was like, yo, class is going to be this day, this day, this day. On day one, you need to know how to do 70 push ups, 120 jumping jacks. You need to run the ropes for 5 minutes. And he was saying all stuff. And I'm like, bro, I don't know how to do all that. So, but sure enough, when
So
I
I got
showed
a
up, it
question.
was
So I got
more
a
so
question.
yeah,
Before we chime
yeah,
in there. So growing up, were you athletically gifted?
me,
Yeah,
me, no,
you. That owl,
no,
motherfucker.
dude, you know what I did in high school? I graduated. That was it. No sports. I didn't wrestle. I didn't do, dude. This is how bad it was. I remember playing basketball in the gym, and dude, look, don't let this fool you. I can't hoop for nothing. I remember getting on the court, and I remember a dude going, "Hey, bro, get off the court." The worst thing you can tell somebody. That's the worst thing you can tell. Hey, get this cat off the court. I was horrible, bro.
Oh
Horrible.
damn. 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 So like I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie, growing up I did do karate and wrestling. Like I actually did like, Roman Greco wrestling for high school. Like so like
Oh,
that's
dope.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Before I got
I didn't even know this.
yeah, bruh. Like actually bruh, eighth grade I was actually fourth in the state.
Dang, for real?
Yeah.
Bro,
Big boy.
you my tag team partner. Bro.
Big boy, man. Shit. That was before knees were, good knees. Ain't got them. And then, you know what I'm saying? So once I'm talking about shit, I start rubbing the motherfuckers. Like, so question. So we went through all this, right? Which is actually crazy because I didn't know that you actually went to FCW doing a transition between NXT. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's something. And to meet Norman Smiley, bruh. Norman Smiley is like, for those who know, you're a real wrestling fan if you know Norman Smiley because he's a technician, a real technician. So,
Yes.
some pretty move sets. If you needed somebody to get a match out of somebody, Norman Smiley would do that in the WCW era. So
He was that guy.
super shout out to him.
Yes. Love freaking Norman, man. Super respectful, nice guy.
So hold on. So you was doing all this cutting promos and everything before we had our first match?
So I wasn't so much as cutting promos. I was practicing myself
Okay.
and everything. We was just kind of getting. I was just kind of getting myself prepared. So that whole promo for Tough Enough, they called me. They wound up calling me back, and dude, when I tell you, I dropped the ball so hard. I froze up. Like this interview now, this a whole different Demarius Jones. When I was talking to them, when they was doing the casting for the show, I was talking about some of the most random stuff. I'm like, yep, I like jazz. What are we talking about? Jazz. Like I'm supposed to be the entertainer. So I was so mad. I missed that opportunity. I got to the second level to call back, but I didn't get past that point.
And all that was before you had your actual first match.
Yes, I didn't even step foot in the ring. There was no 2.0. There was actually no Demarius Jones. It was just Demarius at that time.
So I got a question then, right? Like, so were you virtually like at that point? Were you like a Black Miss?
Kinda. I was hyping my. Look, I'm glad you said that. Oh no, I'm glad you said that. Actually, I remember a dude going. So I knew I wanted to be a wrestler, and I knew I was coming up for a couple months where I was going to join the class. And I remember posting a picture on Facebook, and this dude said, and there was this one profile picture where I was like, I can't do it, but I was like serious. And the dude said, "Hey man, what do you do?" And I didn't even post because I didn't even say nothing because I was like, man, I can't say I'm going to be a wrestler. So I just left that comment. It's probably still open to this day. And it's like I said, it's on my Facebook page, actually. It's on my Facebook page. And I remember him asking it, like, what do you do? And I couldn't say I'm going to be a professional wrestler in a couple months because I was actually only going to be doing training. I wasn't even going to be wrestling. I was just training to be a wrestler. It's been a journey, man. It's been a long journey.
All right, so obviously though, you had an advantage going into your first match if you had already been featured on Raw without even showing any wrestling skills. You was like Enzo Amore. You was all mouthpiece. So when we got to that first match, what was that first match like after we got past that Y2J entrance?
Man, look, I'm finna break wrestling code for a second. I didn't know that you go over the match before. I just thought you just went out there and you just somehow just knew what you was doing and you just wrestled. I'll tell you this, Charles. It was such a shock because I was in a tag team match and they was going over the match and I was like, whoa, what we doing? He was like, we going over the match. I said, that's what y'all do? I thought y'all just went out there and performed. Didn't even know. Nervous wreck. And that match is on YouTube. My very first match is on YouTube. And when I tell you I'm in spandex, no shirt, and my underwear going out, I was like, man, this is crazy. It was in Illinois. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, man. Like, this is, yeah, that was we got the W. We wound up getting the win. But yeah, I remember getting tagged in, and I did this Bob Holly elbow and this Bob Holly kick, and then I came in and I did this leg lariat. Now the funny thing about this is the leg lariat that my character is known for now. I gave the first leg lariat in that match, and I hated it. I said, man, I ain't gonna never do that again. That looks stupid, and somehow that became like my go-to, like my bread and butter. Freaking nuts! It was ugly then when I did it. It was ugly. It was ugly.
So you've been refining. So at what age is this that we have our first match?
So this was oh shoot! Don't do that to me, Charles. So this was 2013. I'm 36. I'm 20 what 26 maybe
24.
20 yeah, it's like 25, 26. So I've been doing it a long time. So yeah, 25, 26 is when that was my very first match. My very first freaking match in my underwear.
Oh damn. Damn, you ain't like, you know what I'm saying? You just had some Fruit of Looms up in that joint. You were just out there just, this motherfucker, you ain't have a jock strap on a nut, and he was just out there just, shit, my Spidey Whiteys. This motherfucker go, between to ring.
No, it wasn't too bad. It was some swimming trunks. I found some swimming trunks on eBay, all black. And then the kick pads I had actually drew on this weird design. And it was the design of my tattoo. My not the whole thing, but this part right here. I remember actually drawing that on there, and I thought I was doing something. And I came out before 2.0, and I was doing this. Like, this was my sign when I came out. Don't ask what this is. It looked like something from Jeepers Creepers, that little thing that he threw. But
how did you come up with that? Was you just sitting there playing Naruto in the mirror? Like,
dude,
hey, how did you come up with? What was you doing? Like, this motherfucker sign language interpreter.
Dude, my hands just got caught. Like, I was just moving my hands and they got caught like this. And I was like, I just every match I came out, I would do this. Or when I was going for my finisher, I'd be like this. And I was like, bro. And then some dude told me, which made me stop doing it. He goes, when I got back to the locker room, he said, oh, yeah, man. He was like, I didn't know you was like, what did he say? Like, you a devil worshiper or something like that? Or you worship something? And I was like, no, bro. I was like, you know what? I said, you know what? That day, it stopped. Everything ended. Like this in the ring, like, what is this? What is this?
It looked like the weapon from
Somebody gonna
Jeepers
use it.
Creepers. That's what it looks like to
It
me.
does. That little thing that he threw.
Like, hey, but I ain't gonna lie. If I saw that on a shirt with like some hands, it'd probably be hard.
It probably would be dope, but yeah, in the ring, and I still remember forming it. I couldn't tell you what it meant.
I
Nothing. It
I've
was
never
just
seen that, bro. If someone, bro, what if they just like spooked you out of like the most like memorable hand sign ever, and it literally mean nothing? Because who the fuck? What? How are you doing this to form the devil? Like, I'm trying to understand. It's for
no clue, man. I just wound up. I just stopped. I was like, "Nah, dude, don't worship the devil." I said, "You know what? We're good on this. We'll find something else.
okay.
We'll find something."
Yeah, we ain't on that way.
Um,
All right. So question though, right? So, and question though, I do know this guy, we vibe, we Gemini guys, but I do know him from a place that we gig at. I'm not gonna mention that place, but this man, we work in a place where there's a lot of people, and it's funny because he just randomly came up with this sign. He has a different handshake for everybody that interacts with this man, and it's funny. It's like an NBA game, an NFL game, and a gang meeting all at the same damn time. Like, I have no idea how he remembers this shit. So I be like, yeah, I'm this fist bump guy. I'm just gonna fist bump you, and the only reason why I do that is I'm trying to see who knuckles is fucked up. Who do I gotta watch out that may swing on me? Your shit bruised. Your shit freshly scarred. Was you upset this weekend? How was your weekend? Like, all right.
no, man. Like memory is everything. Because like in the business, man, like you got to know how to put a match together. And the sucky part is you got a lot of memory that you got to put. And my first match, my first match in St. Louis for my trainer, this man I thought was going to take it easy on me. He gave me 30 minutes of memory stuff. And I remember saying, "Yo, Brandon, like I ain't gonna remember all this." And he goes, "Welcome to the business, kid," and just walked off. And I'm like, I'm gonna mess up. Like, and he was the best. He was the best at that time in St. Louis.
So hold on. So your first match in St. Louis was a 30-minute match, bro?
Yes, it was like, if you want to narrow it down, it was like 26 something minutes. But Brandon is such a perfectionist when it comes down, because he was so big on trying to make it to the WWE, and he didn't know who was watching. So, and when I tell you, he would go off when you would mess up. The month before that, the guy that he was training messed up in a match. And I remember him saying, "You know what? F it. Punch, go home." And that's not a good thing. That means the dude kept forgetting his spots. And when I tell you, when we got back up to the locker room, he went off on him, dude. So I'm like, here go 30 minutes of stuff. I hope and pray I remember everything. By the grace of God, I did. I made it through that match, and it's on YouTube. That match is on there. My very first one. All that stuff is on there.
Okay.
You know,
And we're gonna have to get like a nice little arc of stuff together, you know what I'm saying? Tie it and splice it with some of the stuff from this interview. So that way we got a reference point. You know what I mean?
Bet.
Now
I'm down with it.
Now I do follow you on TikTok. So I do know that some of your the next question was, your training regime, what does it look like inside and outside the ring, and not the people walking in on the shower you're playing fitness.
Look, whoever that dude is, you out there, man. I don't know what time you was on, but I ain't with that. I ain't with that.
Hey, bro, my comment was like, hey, I was like, hey, he trying to have that 50 scene from Get Rich or Die Trying. When they was in the bathroom fighting butt ass naked. He trying to have a Mandingo fight.
I'm like, what is this dude on? No, but trainer, man, we had it to where we have to be in training. It was every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday that we have to be down there for training. And we would do rolls, we would hit the ropes, we'd go in and out, and then that's when we would actually start our wrestling routine and matches and stuff. So it was about an hour and a half to 2 hours of training, 3 days a week, on top of gym time after that. So it's like brutal.
And how much now that's the ring time outside. How much time do you normally spend in the gym? Like, are your gym body like every day, 5 days a week, 3 days a week?
At that time, it was literally 5 days a week. It was like every time I went to lunch, and because I was working at Walmart at the time, every time I go to lunch, I would freaking go over there to the gym. Lunch, gym, lunch. That was where I was at every single time. Like, I was trying to be ready,
Mm-hmm.
trying to be the next Brock Lesnar. That didn't happen though, but it's cool. It's cool, Brock. And I'll tell you a story about him later on. I'll tell you a story about him later on too. Got you, Brock. Got you. Pump you
Man.
up some air.
You know what? You do have 4 kids. My next question was, how do you balance wrestling with your personal life?
Man,
Besides creating kids.
that was tough. Pretty much. Pretty much. I would say that comes from just a good wife. Like my wife was just supportive. And I was gone every week, like every Saturday. And my trainer, you know what I mean? Like he did some shady stuff, but every week I was on the road to Illinois 3 hours, to this place, to that place. And honestly, NXT's Jordan Grace, that's where Jordan even came down because we would even travel as well. Like we would pick her up and stuff like that. And we would just go and just freaking travel. So it was tough. It just came down to me having a good supportive wife. That's really the best thing I can see.
That's what's up.
It
That's
was
what's
rough.
up. You need that in this. Now,
Yes.
bro, what's the hardest part about staying in ring shape?
Hardest part is really discipline. Like, I'm being honest, when I first went to the indies, I thought everybody on the independent scene looked like everybody in WWE. I was like, man, I'm this small black dude. I'm gonna go and everybody's gonna be like this. That was not the case. They look like floppy uncles, dads, like out of shape and everything. And there's no knock to anybody, but independent scene was just all different types and shapes. Like, and again, I go back to Jordan Grace again. Jordan Grace did not look like Jordan Grace now. That was not the
No.
Jordan at all. That was not Jordan. But when you're getting paid a certain amount of money to look a certain way, that's when the discipline has to come in. That's why she changed up her look and stuff when she got signed. And that's why I was like staying in shape, even for me, trying to stay in a certain character, like it was discipline. Like you just gotta go.
Bro,
No excuse. You gotta go.
you in better shape than me though, but to be honest with you, you damn near live a straight edge lifestyle.
You said who?
You damn near live a straight edge lifestyle.
Oh yeah, man. I went through so much stuff, man. And like I said, I've been around people that smoke, I've been around people that drink. So it ain't never I'm like, oh my God, I can't be around you. It was just something I just never jumped into because I was so busy going through rough times in life. So I was like, screw it. But nah, man, life kicked my butt at that time in wrestling. Like life definitely kicked my butt, but I stayed with just water. Any place I go, I'm drinking water. I'm a water drinker. So
Okay. That's what's up. So H2O is his vice, y'all. So you probably
you get
want
it, H2O.
H2O, D2O. And look, that's what you gotta get for him. You gotta get him some Icelandic water or some shit. You gotta give him like water from a iceberg and up in the North Pole or something. That's what we bring him. That's gonna be his vice. He'll take it. He'll cherish it.
I will cherish that forever. Forever, ever, man. Gosh. It's been an incredible journey, man. It's definitely been a cool journey. Meeting
That's
some
what's up.
cool people too, man, along the way.
So, question. So, along the way, right? I did notice you did mention, Brandon Espinosa. On top of that, you did also mention Chris Jericho, Stone Cold, Kane, Undertaker, all different personalities that drew you in. How would you describe your wrestling style?
My wrestling style is more of it started off, it realistically started off for a short period of time. I was going to be the high flyer. Now on the independent scene, the black dude does the jumping. Like I'm just being honest. He's the dude that's athletic. He's doing backflips and stuff. I can't do a backflip. All right. I ain't him. I'm not him. So, but my very first match against Brandon Espinosa, you will see me. I did a head scissors. I did a Hurricane Rana, and I did it for a very short amount of time. Now my style is just more so like the Dean Ambrose brawler, Stone Cold type brawler. But at the same time, if I need to do my high kick, my Jericho high kick, I'll do that as well.
Okay.
It's mainly just more so the strong man, like the brawler, just the rough guy, the Dean Ambrose.
Okay. All right.
Pretty much the best way to say it.
Is it more Dean Ambrose or is it that new guy that damn, AEW? You can tell we're heavy WWE guys, so my bad. What the fuck's his new name?
Oh yeah, Moxie.
Yeah, John Moxley. John Moxley. Mox.
My bad, John.
Mox.
My bad, John.
Moxley.
Mox. I'm sorry.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That's you know what, we gonna get into that at some point in time, because we can go into Mox because he's on a whole separate type of wrestling for me that some people may still consider him vanilla, but to me it'd be extreme in some circles. You know what I'm saying? But to me, that's extreme what I've been seeing. So we can talk about that a little bit later too. Now,
Yes.
okay, so besides that, you did say, Jericho inspired the character, the gimmick, but how did you hone it all in and pull it all together? Because like you say the 2.0 we see now is not what Tough Enough was on the phone with. You know what I mean?
No. Dude, what? Honestly, 2.0 formed from something I had actually begged for. So at Broadway, I was a babyface. Now, term babyface, I was the good guy. I was hi, grandma, shake your hands. And I had done it so much down at Broadway to where and they wanted me. They was like, you're the green, like, you're the guy, like, we want the babyface. And I remember begging to turn heel, begging, like, it was a monthly thing, bro. Let me go heel. I've been champ down here. I've done this. When I turned heel, that is when I found exactly 2.0. And the whole point of 2.0 was that I was done kissing babies. I was done doing this. The 2.0 was the updated version of me. And it never went to 3.0 or anything. This was just that updated version of who I was. And I found my character at that point.
Okay.
It took off. It just took off.
And now how long have you had this incarnation of the 2.0 character?
2.0 came probably about a year or a year and a half after my career. Yeah, I would say definitely about a year to a year and a half down the line is when I became 2.0, and it just clicked. Like everything I did, everything I did in the ring just made sense. I was able to connect with the people because when you were heel, you were controlling the match at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd, like at first they booed me, and then I would come out and I would be 2.0 and all stuff to piss people off. And then it became like NWO. It was the cool thing to do. So now when I would come out, everybody was 2.0. Even though I'm the heel in a match, I just knew how to play into the crowd.
Okay.
And it just took off from that point.
All right. So you really do prefer being a heel over a face?
Even now, I'm not even so much as a face. I'm more of a tweener. You know what I mean? Like even when they want me to play babyface, I still play the heel or the tweener character. Like I'm not so much as just going out there slapping hands, but I'll go out there like, hey, I know my stuff. Kind of Randy Orton is the perfect example.
Okay.
Randy is the perfect example of how I am. Like he don't really go out there slapping hands. He just get the job done.
Yeah. Okay.
Best thing. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Randy.
Shout out to Randy. St. Louis on, bro. He a Hazelwood West boy guy. Hazelwood West guy, I believe, isn't he? I believe he Hazelwood West guy.
He don't even know I stalked him. He don't even know I went to his house one day and seen him inside with his son playing basketball. But hey, man, he don't even know that.
Hey,
he don't even know that.
I ain't even gonna lie. Randy a big ass boy. Like, he a big ass boy. I'll be like, fuck that shit. Shit. This point in time, this is Missouri. I'm just saying.
Literally.
Pew pew.
I'm in my car like this. Like, see, I'm in my car like this, like watching him like, okay, he playing basketball with his son. Like, creepy, man. Oh my gosh. I'll never forget that.
So,
something wrong with me.
Hey, though, but you know what's so crazy, though? Because, you do have that Gemini thing going, but you're such a nice guy. But I feel like that heel thing just allows you to get that other part out that you never let out on a regular basis. Cause like, see, like I know you rarely like curse at people and at things, and me, I'm randomly like I'm toning down what I really want to say, like 95,
Right.
even here on Twitch, because you know certain things like I don't want to offend somebody, and it's not like I'm gonna say one of those horrible slurs, but it'd be like, bro,
Yep.
what the fuck, what the fuck was you thinking? Like I'm gonna be honest with you, like you know you don't get that upset, so I would see the fact of like you like getting to be a heel, getting to be like kind of an asshole that you probably look forward to that shit. Like I feel like you be like saving up your energy just to like like a motherfucking like a Dragon Ball character, like you know what I'm saying?
Dude, you're not lying. And the funny thing is, I actually got this again. I'm gonna send you this one. I have this on video. I was the heel, and now again, Demarius Jones and Darius are two different characters. I remember one particular time I was the champ, and this kid was in the crowd, and I was going back, and he was showing me his cards, like his look trading cards or whatever it is. And I remember on camera going, "Oh man, these your cards," and throwing them all down on the ground and walked off. And when I say the character was like heel mode, but then Darius was like, "Dang man, I hope that kid all right." Like I didn't know what was. Hey, can we go get him? Can we go bring him back there? I'm sorry. Like I'm just a kid.
All right.
I will send you that, dude. I will send you.
Bruh, now you know what I wanted to go down the rabbit hole. I hate I didn't, because if I
Okay.
did, like, just wait, bruh. This is like, hey, he's one of the first ones to grace me with something like this and give me a real interview. But wait till I get my production together and I'm gonna have my clips ready and shit and throwing in. And bruh, or just whenever I go back and just reverb, but just be like, hell, reformat and rehash something to some new content by splicing something in. Like, that's one good thing this guy's really good at too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's good at fucking with shit. Like, so, yeah.
Hey,
But
same you. Shout out to you, Charles, for real, man.
man, I
Like,
be
you be doing
trying,
your
bruh. Look, I be making the best work with the little shit that I have. I be trying the best, bruh. I be trying the best,
Hey,
bruh.
make lemonade out of lemons. You gotta,
Hey,
you know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do.
bruh, shit, we
Gotta do
gonna
what you gotta
eat,
do.
man. We gonna eat and we gonna drink. Goddamn me.
Hey,
Well,
for
I'm out
real,
of
man.
drunk. I'm out of drink. So, all right. What's been your proudest moment in your wrestling career so far?
Ooh, I would say one. I have a favorite match of mine, and I can send you this. It was actually Demarius Jones versus Chase. I'm sorry, Ace Hawkins, and Ace Hawkins was somebody who was ranked high in the independent scene. He was actually featured on a WWE pay per view with Ryback. He was Ryback was crushing when he was going through and he was running through people. Ace and this other guy was actually featured on there, and that was probably one of the matches I would say was like my NXT match. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you seen it, you would have thought we was at NXT Takeover. So, but I enjoyed that. But another proud moment was probably 2015 when Brock Lesnar and Undertaker was going through their feud, and I got invited to WWE Raw,
Mm.
and I got to spend the entire day with them. Man, it was, dude, it was so surreal. It was like I'm trying to stay in character and everything. Like, oh, sir, how you doing, sir? How you doing? And then in my head, I'm like, oh my god, oh my, don't go down and take it. Oh, how you doing, Mr. Taker? Mr. Taker, thank you, sir.
Dude, I
That
know
dude,
you, so I could just bet that you was just like, like you want to have a giddy moment, like you want to be like that one picture with oh boy, Jonah Hill, where he like
yeah, that was me.
inside you like.
I'm like, sir, thank you. But it felt that way though. Not gonna lie, it felt that way for like for a couple hours, and then after a while, it was just like you just back there with the boys. It felt like a normal locker room. I remember sitting at the table with Big Show was right here, Mark Henry, and then Randy Orton was right here. I'm sitting there talking with them. Catering's back there, like we eating food, we watching the show. Usos over there, Bray Wyatt just walked past, and it just felt normal. And JoJo at the time Love JoJo. JoJo was the very first person that made me feel welcome. Like she came and she had a whole conversation and everything. And I was just like, hey, I appreciate that. That one little moment, man. One little moment. So
This motherfucker
enjoyed it.
said the most normal part was he was sitting next to Big Show, Mark Henry, and Randy Orton, three massive ass human beings, and he probably feel like the littlest kid in that motherfucker, like they all big brothers. Like I just picture right now, this motherfucker feet is swinging, like sitting next to these motherfuckers, like.
This is how I look. I don't know if you can just see my eyes, but I was like, oh, hey guys, what the hell are you doing? Oh, okay. Hi. Dude, crazy. Dude, it was no lie, man. It was such a freaking dope moment to be able to eat food with them, just watch a match with them, just normal conversation, you know what I mean? And then the fanboy part of it went away because we was there the whole day and it just felt like I was just there with the boys. I'm just like, all right, like, cool. Oh yeah, man, that match was dope, man. That match was dope, blah blah blah, this and that and everything. And it was a dope experience. It really was. And Regal, amazing. That's what I'm
Okay.
gonna say. William Regal, amazing guy.
Okay, so question: have you seen his son wrestling NXT?
Have I seen who?
His son wrestling NXT.
Oh yeah, they look alike too.
Yeah, they
I
do.
forgot the dude name and everything. They look just alike. I was like, yeah, dope. He going places. If they really use him right, his son going places, man. They use him the correct way.
His name Charlie Dempsey.
Charlie Dempsey, that's it.
Yeah.
Charlie Dempsey.
His
Because he went to
guy.
what's his name? The dude, the deaf. He not deaf, but he got that. I think he is deaf.
Yeah. Miles Bourne.
Yep.
Yeah.
Miles Bourne.
The one knocking down Stephanie Vacquier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sure is.
I ain't gonna
He
lie.
sure is.
Hey, one podcast I was fucking. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I probably should cut this out. It was actually how I ended it. Right. I was like, that's where Booker T got that noise from. Where he be ah. I said that motherfucker deaf. I said when he was hitting, he was telling Booker T, he'd be like ah. And I was like, I probably should cut that out. But you know what? I'm not making fun of dude, so I feel like it's okay. Many people want to be in that position. What the fuck?
Oh, I can't. Charles, I'm trying to have a good week, man. I'm trying to have a good week. Guy like
week,
this
bro.
looking down at me. Little guy like this. You think that's funny? No.
Just look at him and go, All right.
Oh my gosh.
Toughest opponent. Who is your toughest opponent?
My toughest opponent would have to be not Chris Jericho. My gosh. Brandon Espinosa was definitely one of my tough opponents. A guy that actually used to work with us. His name was Baracus is another one. Here's the crazy thing. Here's another fun fact. I actually punked out. I was going to have a match scheduled against Kyle O'Reilly. Keep in mind, this was right before Kyle O'Reilly joined WWE to form Undisputed Era. Brandon had actually contacted me and was like, hey, man, up in Illinois, I think it was like HRW, they wanted to have a match and they wanted me to have a match against Kyle O'Reilly. And when I tell you, I knew who Kyle O'Reilly was on the independent scene. I knew he was going to get signed. I'm like, hey, man, I can't make it. That was the first match I had ever punked out of, and I regretted it. And they wound up getting a dude named Keith, a.k.a. Baracus, to do that match for kind of fill in for me and everything. But, yeah, if anything, that probably would have been my toughest match.
Oh, damn.
That right there. I still regret it, man.
Damn, bro.
I'm sorry. Yeah, literally had that match in a bag, man. And I don't know. I didn't have confidence in myself. Now, this 2.0, let's go, Kyle. But at that time, man, yeah. So Brandon, I would definitely say, has been throughout the years my toughest opponent, mainly because we've wrestled so many times. And now, dude, like we've wrestled so many times to where we ain't on speaking terms, but we've wrestled so many times to where we didn't even have to go over the match. I knew his style, he knew my style. I can't tell you how many times I would put him in a headlock and be like, bro, I'm finna get some chicken after this match is over. Like, say some super stuff. Put him in a headlock. Boom. Oh, yeah. Come on, crowd. And you know that new Marvel movie coming out? Oh, yeah. Like, try to get the other person to break character. But Brandon definitely would, I would definitely have to say, because he has so much high expectations. And if you didn't do good, unlike anybody else who like, it's fine, he would let you know right then and there. So it was tough. I give you that one, Brandon. We don't talk no more, but I give you that one. I give you that one.
All right, so I don't know if this is. I don't know if this question still gonna be the same answer, but if it is, okay, I'm gonna ask you another one as well, because you know what I'm saying. If you could wrestle with anyone, indie, major promotion, you know what I'm saying, who would it be?
Okay, are we talking about now, or are we talking about back then?
See, I already know you're gonna say Chris Jericho. So besides Chris Jericho,
no. Actually, not even Jericho. Not even Jericho. Because Jericho, like I said, Jericho on a different level. Like the newest talent, I would say, give me. You think I'm being crazy on this? Give me Roman.
Roman?
Give me Roman. Give me Roman, or give me Jey Uso. In fact, watching Jay's style, I already said me and Jay will probably put on a good match. And me personally, no knock on Jay. I don't think his matches are the absolute best, but I know how to carry a match. So I feel like I would be able to pull that out of Jey Uso. Okay. And the reason why I say it is because you would have certain people like the Rock, Stone Cold. Some people you couldn't put in a match because they didn't know how to carry. They knew how to wrestle, but they didn't know how to carry. I can carry a match. And put me in as a heel with Jey Uso, I guarantee you that'd be one of the best matches. I guarantee you it'd be a whole different side of him. Okay. Whole different side.
Now, question. Now, you know, borderline right now, they talking about Jay. Like, Jay looking like he kind of turning heelish or some new bloodline stuff popping up. I'm so tired of that shit. I'm like, no, because at that point in time, they don't do shit besides bring more of their family members in. Like, that's all they do.
Dude, they gonna keep going. They getting made right now as we speak. And then new ones come to the WWE. You know what I mean? So like we got a couple of them that's about to show up.
But you know what though? Well, you know what? I'm really a big Zilla Vatu fan. Like I ain't gonna lie. He get the Samoan Spike over a lot better than
Solo.
The Solo, yeah. Solo, they just whenever to me personally, they neutered his whenever they kept making him like the enforcer for Roman, and that was one of the moves that was getting hit amongst a bunch of moves to fuck somebody up. So I mean, you know, to neutralize that person or whatever. I probably should say neutralize over the F word, but it is. All right, so yeah, I mean, you know, moving towards that though, but also like whenever they got this last round, bro, all the time the MFT, everybody with MFT, all those, I say they already been used up in other organizations. I really feel like most of their prime is gone, and all of them ain't gonna be Jacob Fatu. And Jacob Fatu lost his little push, but now they pushing him again. But the rest of them, if Jacob Fatu lost his push and he already got more charisma than any of the rest of them, kind of fucked.
For real, man. Besides the big one, what's the big one?
Tama Tonga.
7 foot. Yeah, Tyler. Who was? I forgot his independent name.
I can't remember. I knew what it was at one point. But
but I think they could do something with him. Like they could do anything with their big guys.
Man, I bring Braun Strowman back before I bring him back.
Yeah, Braun probably done it though.
His knees fucked up. I know. I bring Brian back. Oh, the last time when I saw Almost in the AAA, Almost didn't look bad.
Yep.
Almost is looking better.
He getting there. He's 100% definitely getting there. Like, it's a big dude.
Man, that's a very big dude. Especially since AJ Styles, I know he ain't like a huge dude, but he ain't no small dude either. And when they was coming out together with that tag team for a minute, it was like, Lord.
Right? AJ was looking up to him like, sir, can you handle that for me, please? Can you hear me up there? Like, man. So AJ is another one. Like, he's another one I would actually love to have a match with. We actually share the same birthday too. So,
for real? Hey, AJ a Gemini?
AJ a Gemini. AJ is a Gemini.
Ah,
June
shit.
2nd is his birthday. Yep.
That's the reason why I like it when he used to when he be clicking. When he be clipping on motherfuckers
Uh-huh.
and he go kind of crazy, I be seeing it because he a man of God too. So, actually, you know what? They talking
Yep.
about AJ on his last run too. Like it's getting
Oh,
closer and closer.
AJ on his way out.
He
He
didn't
on
want to
he
be
on
50.
another year or two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He say after 50 he ain't want to
Yeah.
wrestle no more. He been like pretty adamant about that. And also like I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of this generation of superstars like they don't want to be coming back or fucking in or in gymnasiums for fucking 10 and 15 people or some shit trying to like put something together and or form a shot to themselves because like AJ will tell you like some of the moves he couldn't do like the other day they had the new X Division champion on the C
Oh yeah.
on NXT with Javon Evans. And Javon Evans,
Yep.
that man, he gets in the air like no other, but he's 21. So I don't know what he's gonna do when he's 31.
Yeah. That's gonna slow down. That's gonna slow down quick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be so which I just worry about that style for him. But he's electrifying.
Yep.
And they had the new guy there, and I was telling my guy, I was like, that's the belt AJ Styles like made popular, that X Division title. I was like, if you saw some of the shit that they did, him and Daniels, like Samoa Joe, all them, I was like, if you saw what they did, I was like, whoo, woo.
AJ, that dude, man. AJ is definitely that dude.
So
For
I got a
real.
question, bruh. So like, what would your ultimate goal be? You know, would it be the WWE, AEW? Do you have, a fetish and want to end up in NJPW? Craft or, just kind of stay on the indies and be that nurturing talent there. What you want to do?
So this was kind of where the crossroads came in. So a lot of people don't know. I was at the point where I was at that crossroad to where it was we was gonna just go all in. And I haven't, some people know, but I gave it up. I literally said, I came to the point where I said, what is more important? Is it going to be me with my family and me being here or me being on the road? Because they on the road, bro.
Hmm.
And I remember actually tearing up and crying because I was just like, I'm gonna give it up. Like I'm gonna give it up for my family. And that's where trading came in. That was kind of like that substitute after so many years to figure out exactly what I want to do. Now, do I want WWE? No. But would if an opportunity comes like a Logan Paul, like an opportunity to do a couple special matches, heck yeah, I'm gonna take it. Like 100%. Wherever trading takes me, and if it takes me to that point to where they like, hey, y'all know this trader? You know, he actually was a wrestler too. Hey, bring him. I'm there. I'm there. But independent scene, 100%. Like I would do that all day, and I'll do a couple of AEW shows if needed. But trading is kind of at that point like my new. I hate saying it. But I'm gonna always be 2.0. 2.0 is always gonna be there. Never gonna stop.
So if somebody over in NGPW got a tape and was like, hey, we want 2.0 and over in Japan, over in
On my way.
Tokyo. You'll be like, Ni.0, Ni.0.
Oh, like I'll do, and like I said, the trading thing, I'm trying to get to the point where I'm done with work, done with the 9 to 5, and then at that point, that's actually gonna open up more spots for me to go into indies and actually doing a little bit more than I didn't get to do before. So I'm actually very looking forward to it.
Okay.
Just almost like a part two 2.0,
Okay.
basically.
Most season 2.0. That way, you know what I'm saying? You living that life and
Yes.
getting to, do what you want to versus having to do it. Because the one thing
Yep.
people don't realize is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that traveling and whatnot, bro, like being an independent wrestler, it's expensive. It's like, band wise, like it's almost like being in a band. Shit, almost like this streaming shit. The streaming shit ain't nowhere near as expensive because I ain't spending
Yeah.
nowhere near as gas. But little programs and stuff you buy, apps and stuff you get,
Still doing a lot.
subscriptions you get, like all that type of stuff. Like, so I know like on the road, like eating ain't cheap, you know what I'm saying? Especially maintain that physique you want to keep, you know what I mean? Because I'm sure like the 2.0 now is more bulkier than whenever you first started.
Oh yeah, it's definitely night and day. And then you got to think too. Some of these promoters, look, I'm gonna call y'all out, promoters. I'm gonna call y'all out. But a lot of these promoters don't pay. Poker, the one I do for Tennessee, love you, brother. Always taking care of me. But a lot of these other promotions, dude, travel 3 hours. I remember I traveled 3 hours, 3 hours, and I left the job that we're at right now as when I was a pre-sales rep. And I remember traveling there and I was telling the dude, I said, hey man, you got an outside show. Are you sure it's still going? It's raining. He was like, yeah, man, yeah, man. I went all the way down there. They canceled the show. This man gave me $20.
Oh damn.
3 hours there. And he was like, man, I'm gonna give you 20. Now keep in mind, I got two other people with me. Bro, you gotta cover us. And I'm gonna give you $20 and then just come back tomorrow. You got it. Didn't even show up. Literally didn't even show up.
I mean,
These promoters, man.
if it's gonna be $20 in tomorrow, it should be $20 in a room.
Literally, man. $20 for us to go there to come all the way back and not get paid. Some of these promoters, man, well, it's an opportunity, kid. Man, I've been doing this, bro. Like, I'm not new to this. So, yeah. It's like that sometimes. Like that.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. That, I got stories, man, for days on that one. But that's another time. That's
Well,
another time.
shit. Speaking of stories, bro, what's up with some crazy ass road stories traveling from show to show? You know what I'm saying?
So, had a couple. It's been a couple. We've had a car breakdown before. That was normal. Let me tell you something. I'm a car guy. My wrestling buddies are not car people. Their cars are filthy and they don't take care of them. And I remember one particular time I'm in the backseat sleep like this, and I wake up and I hear something. I'm like, hey man, your car sound weird. He like, no man, it's fine, it's fine. Now, bro, your car sounds weird. This man was riding in Gear 3 the entire time, and he blew his transmission, and we were stranded 2 hours out.
Damn.
Bro, it's 3 in the morning. Like, I'm trying to get home. So we had to call a tow truck, and he covered it. He was just like, man, this is my car, man. Y'all just head back there, to be fine. But yeah, I mean, it's been that one. And then we had the times where I traveled with two people, and this cat, his name was Jamal. Jamal, bro, something wrong with you. But he went to the gas station and got some gas station seafood or something like that.
Huh? Hold on. We in the Midwest. I'm pretty sure. Were you traveling on the East Coast or the West Coast or somewhere in like the Gulf Coast? This motherfucker decides to get seafood from a gas station?
From a gas station. So sure enough, 30 minutes later, this man in the bathroom. Hey, Jamal, bro, you gotta hurry up because we gotta be at the show. We gotta be at the show in the next 40 minutes, and we're still like an hour out. Like, bro, it was one of those things where we calling this dude like, hey man, are you alive? And it was getting to the point where I was like, look, I'm talking to everybody else in the car. I'm like, look, I'm gonna just leave him and we just gonna have to come back. Because them promoters, bro, like it's everything is timing, man. And we even had another time to where we showed up late, and right when we showed up, the match was going. Keep in mind, you're supposed to be there well before the show starts. We showed up, the match was going, and I'm next match on. So I got my bag, and then the wrestlers are in the ring, like doing all this, and they trying to stall for me and everything. So, bro, it's been some crazy stuff. It's been some crazy things on the road. You know what I mean?
Bro, so you tell him you didn't have to go hop in the ring straight with car ass? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go throw the trucks on right from, didn't even get to let the air out from being in the car. You was just like, I done drove for hours.
Bro, straight there, whoever my opponent is, as I'm getting dressed, hey man, so what do you do? That's always the conversation. Hey man, so what do you do? What do you do? Oh man, I do. And let me tell you, there's three different types of wrestlers. There's the wrestlers that go, we'll talk about it out there, which I can't stand y'all. The second wrestler that goes, let's just have a beginning set and an end set and maybe a middle set. And then you got the third wrestler that goes, let's go through every single thing in the match. I prefer 2 and 3. I can do number 2. 2 is the easiest for me because like that's just come up with our beginning. That's come up with our end just in case we get lost in the middle. and we can have a little middle section or whatnot. Let's have mainly a beginning and a middle, and then the rest of that stuff we'll fill the crowd out there. And that's all wrestling is right there. It's just how much time you want. The promoter want this person to win. He want 15 minutes. All right, we got it. We got it from that point.
Okay.
Wrestling is crazy, man. It's a crazy world.
So, question: do you have entrance music? What's your entrance music? What you come out to?
Okay, let's talk about this for a second. I am proud of this. When I tell you every other week I had new intro music, that was not how a wrestler is supposed to be. You're supposed to get something to where they get used to. The very first character, Demarius Jones, boom, was the regular black guy. Week 2, the story went, I wrestled, I went to Mexico, and I came back. And for the next almost a year, I had a Mexican gimmick, colors and all, and I came out to Mexican music to where the crowd was literally, when I be in a ring, see. Still got all that on video. Still got all that on video. I was the Mexico black wrestler, colors and all, Mexican music and all, bro. Mexican music and all. God, I forgot all about that.
Is that why the Wall Street
Yeah.
Mania logo is those colors?
Kinda. I'm paying homage, but my very first theme song I ever came out to, swear to you, was Young Jeezy Go Getter, and it was an instrumental. And that's why I came out the Y2J, the whole Y2J thing, very first theme song. Very, very first. But now it's just mainly like I got on my YouTube channel, my Demarius Jones theme. I got a heel theme and kind of like my retro theme and everything like that. It's actually dope. When you bumping it, it slams. It slams on YouTube. It slams.
So you think you want to come out to that Jeezy 2.0, just put that out randomly one day?
Man, I don't know. It was I was feeling it. I was feeling it. I was actually feeling a little bit. I was like, all right, this is actually dope. And then after a while, after that first match, I said, nah, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. I switched that theme song up probably 4 or 5 different times. So over the course of my years of wrestling, I've probably had about 13 theme songs. And that's not over bad. You do not want to do that at all.
Hell. All right.
God.
So besides like not having 13 theme songs, what advice? No, actually, no, not that one. Not with that. What's something, a random like me, like, a mark like me, doesn't know about indie wrestling?
The people that you watch on TV are not what they seem. The people, the independent wrestlers or the wrestlers in general are not like what they seem. A lot of them are dickheads. I'm being completely real with you. And wrestling, for the people that always go, oh man, that stuff is fake. Let me tell you, get in a ring one time. I guarantee you that perspective goes out the window. That mat that people used to always say, oh, there's a microphone under there. That's called wood. That is wood. And your back and your skin is bouncing off of wood, and it hurts. Those ropes hurt. Like everything when it comes down to wrestling, yeah, we do the punches and stuff. Let me tell you, most of that stuff we making contact for real. We don't put as much in it, but let something happen to where you in a ring with somebody that you don't like. Like, dang, that was a good match because that was a real match because they really don't like each other. So yeah, I would say one thing is wrestling is not what it seems like. Not everybody can just get in the ring and do this stuff. It definitely takes a toll on anybody. Like a lot.
So sounds like you giving some receipts.
Oh yeah. I've definitely given a receipt. I had a dude like kick me in the face and he just like, hey man, don't move. Huh? Boom. Full on, like, and it was like the movie too. I was like, And next thing you know, I blasted him with a clothesline. And then the one thing I would say, this is the funny one, and I still get people at work make fun of me on this and everything. So we had this guy who his character, his name was Flaming Freddie Fury. I do have this video as well. We didn't talk about in this match where 2.0 was in with my tag team, where I was in a ring with Flaming Freddie Fury, and this cat sat on my face. He bounced on my face, and I started blocking him, and I'm like, bro, you just teabagged me, and we didn't talk about this. So, so sure enough, in that particular match or whatnot, I remember kicking him and I was hitting him. Oh, it was legit. It was a real like, oh, we didn't talk about it. Like, no, you ain't. I can't let you get away with that one. You just teabagged me in front of fans. Like, nah. Oh,
Okay, so I got a question too, because this is one I was talking about with somebody the other day while we talking about it. In your
okay.
personal opinion, what do you think is the most disrespectful move that you can have done as a wrestler? It's like, I mean, like as a man, like I understand wrestling's, entertainment, right? But as a man, the one move that you would just be like, hey, I want to kill this motherfucker. Like the worst move you can have done on you. Like, what do you feel is the worst one? And I got something for you after that.
Okay. So I'm thinking of a move right now that I couldn't do. Like I'm sorry, Vince. You probably just gotta let me go or punish me or like whatever. Do you remember Viscera? Big Vince,
Yeah,
Big Daddy
yeah.
V?
Big Daddy V, hell yeah.
Yes. So he had this thing to where you would be on your like you're on your stomach, and he would be like kind of like in a wrestling promotion. Like so, like this is you standing up, and this is him, and he would basically lay on top of you like this, and he would hit you, and then he would flip behind you and start humping the ground. And I was like, no, I can actually send you that him doing that to multiple people. And I was just like, nah, we can't. Because I can't say nothing after that. Like, what else can I say? Like, I can't get mad. Like, I tell my kids, hey, go clean your room. Well, Daddy, you got humped by a man. Like, I can't do that. Like, we just can't do that. Like, I'm sorry, Vince. I can't do it, man. What move was you thinking though?
So personally, I say the Bronco Buster. I feel the Bronco Buster is very disrespectful. That's my personal opinion, okay?
I can see that. I 100% can see the
And
Bronco
the way
Buster.
X-Pac used to celebrate like his facials pause. And you just sitting there and he is riding a man's face. Fuck that. Fuck
Oh my
that.
God.
No.
Let me tell you one that's very similar to that though that you probably won't even think about. Taking a 10 punch from somebody standing over you. One, two, three. Your head and your head is right here. Their pride is right here as they're punching you. That has happened to where I've literally done this. You're supposed to have your hands back. You're supposed to have your hands back like this. I'm like this, taking a punch. Like, dude, if you don't get your nuts out of my.
Hey,
But the
bro.
Bronco Buster, I'm with you on that with the Bronco Buster.
Okay, so hold on. While we talking about that one, my dad literally he pointed that out to me when he's like, my dad would always take me to shit, but he would pull the curtain back before we go. So then that way I'm just like sitting there and I'm not just like, he's like, son, you gonna let somebody climb up on a rope and stand in front of you and hit you 10 times with the whole crowd counting off 10 times. And you know what I'm saying? He said that, and I was just like, and then he took me to go see WWF at the time. So you know what I'm saying? But then it still it pulled the motherfucking curtain. It pulled the curtain back for me, bruh. So I get what you're saying. Like I see that because like you're literally standing up in the motherfucker, like up on a rope, like nah, yeah, nah.
I'm with you. So the one thing that I was always taught when it came down to wrestling, make it look real. My trainer would say, I don't do like one thing about me. You may see me do it in rare situations. I will not Irish whip somebody in the rope. And the reason being because he said, why would I Irish whip somebody? He said, Irish whip is the fakest thing. If I throw you, why are you coming back to me? And I was like, okay. So everything that I do when I go over a match has to make sense when I do it. Like in a realistic standpoint, like you doing a flip or you doing this, if you hit the ropes, if I'm standing there for you and I'm giving you enough time, I'm moving. Let's say that something didn't go according to plan in that match. Say you go for a finisher maneuver, but you don't hit me all with it, or if you do a super kick and you don't connect with me, I'm not selling that because I'm gonna look stupid. I'm gonna move out the way, hit you with something, and then I might grab you and be like, "Hey man, you got lost. Go ahead, go for it again. I'm gonna set this up for you. Go for it again. I'm gonna make it look real."
Hmm.
But you ain't finna just miss a super kick and then I just no. Sorry.
Like that,
Sorry.
like what's her name when she just came back with that kick she pulled off on Becky, the Bella twin, bruh,
Nikki Bella.
bruh.
Dude. That would be me. I would be looking at it like, what are you doing? And then I would go pick her up, do something to her to where we get caught back up. Like, hey, you missed that, blah, blah, blah. As a matter of fact, let's just go home. Now
Yeah, I'm
go
like,
home is like, that's gonna be
we
your
ain't going
finish.
back to the ropes, bro. We ain't going back. You
Yeah.
obviously missed that shit. Like you missed your look. That road is gone. That ship has sailed. That train is out of the station. Like, yeah, that was that one time. My character is not going back for that shit. Like,
Literally. Oh my. Yeah, man. It's gotta look real. That is the best thing I can say is in the match, it's gotta look real. So if I'm in a match with somebody, I'm being real. If you hit me and I don't feel it, I'm gonna tell you, yo, hit me. Because that crowd is looking, that kid is looking. I need something to sell. I can't sell if you doing this. And I remember one match, my leg lariat. I go for my leg lariat where you hit the ropes and I jump up and I hit you. And this dude just stopped. I remember him hitting the ropes and I wound up jumping up and I barely even touched him. And I was just like, I remember like I'm sitting there on the ring and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? I just snatched them up, picked them up for like this brain buster and this twisting brain buster and slammed him. Like, dude, don't ever like don't and I'm not like a dick in the ring or anything like that, but it's like it's character protection. It's
right
you gotta protect your character. That's all.
now, I got a question. What's the most painful bump you ever taken?
Ooh. Ooh. The most painful bump to take or the most painful bump I've ever taken?
The most painful bump you've ever taken, and you can throw in it to take in general.
So I was at South Broadway, South County, and I remember taking a super kick. Now, when you take a super kick in training, you're taught to bump, to throw yourself back and bump. Well, my brain wasn't thinking on where I was. I just knew to take a bump. And I remember AJ, who was my partner, my 2.0 partner, he wasn't my 2.0 partner at the time, we was in a match. He super kicked me. And when he super kicked me, I was on the outside where there's hardwood floor. And I remember taking a bump on a hardwood floor, and I remember like seeing nothing but white. Like literally
Mm.
nothing but white. And I'm like, oh shoot. Like and he grabbed me, he's like, you good? I'm like, nah man, I'm like, give me a moment. Like, give me a moment and stuff. So he went and did something else and I got caught up. But yeah, full on head first on wood.
Mm.
Yeah, I was seeing something. I was saying, I was like, you would have thought I was drunk or something, or high or something. I'm like, I woke up like this, like, you all right? But yeah, and then the hardest bump, I mean, one thing I would say that's tough to take probably would be I've taken one time, a Canadian destroyer,
Mm.
because that is timing. Like, you gotta, when they jumping back, you gotta make sure you hook their legs and you go back at the same time. Like, nah. If I can avoid it, if you tell me a Canadian destroyer, if I can avoid it, I will. But yeah, Canadian destroyers are not to play with.
Mm.
Mm-mm. I can take anything else though. Power bombs, all that stuff. I can take. F you, attitude adjustment, all that stuff I can take. I cannot do a Canadian destroyer.
Mm.
Mm-mm-mm. No, no, no. I go for it though. I will 100% definitely go for it, but nah, it's too much, man.
So, what advice would you give someone breaking into the wrestling industry?
I would say find you, first of all, stay humble. I would say this: when you are a wrestler on the independent scene, you are a Z, maybe a Y, but a Z level celebrity, which means, yeah, if I go to a show or if I wrestle a show, everybody know Marius Jones. If I go to this place, if I go to Tennessee, everybody 2.0. I'm nobody, but I'm a Z-list celebrity, which means I'm the lowest level celebrity that you could find. But at the same time, I'm humble over any and everything that I do. If I'm in a ring with somebody or if I show up to a show and somebody know me, they're like, oh my God, Demarius, like, man, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. Hey, how do you think my match? Because I always get this. Hey, did you watch my match? Can you critique my match? Hey, man, you did good here. But I'm always humble. The biggest thing about wrestlers are they get the big head and they think that I'm better than everybody. When in reality, you're only there because they got you there, because they cheered your name. So stay humble and find you a good place that you can go, a good trainer, and just stay at it. Stay at it. Even when the times get tough, when you had that first match and it's sucking, it's horrible, trust me, the Undertaker himself, very first match was horrible. And that man is the Undertaker. Think about it like that. That's how I would think about it. Stay humble, keep working hard, and I promise you, everything will change.
All right. All right. Now, question.
That is my
So,
advice.
that's the advice. Stay humble. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you stay humble in everything too, though, for real, for real. Because you know what I'm
You
saying.
have to,
The main
man.
reason why you there, somebody put you there. You feel me? Unless you just so
Yep.
happen to win that Powerball somewhere back behind then. But even when you did that, somebody took care of you till you got to that point. Goddamn, until you was able to buy that ticket. So,
Yep. Yes, sir. That's it.
so question now: what makes indie wrestling special compared to the big companies?
I think it comes down to the talent, just itself. The locker rooms. Um, the wrestlers need to be willing to get out of their zip code. Now, what I say that is this: there are backyard wrestlers that wrestle in the backyard never had training. I despise backyard wrestlers, and the reason, here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. Not all of them, because I've met a couple, Lenny and a couple other people that are great. But I despise you when I get in a match with you and you start telling me that you know how to do this and that, but then you can't listen to what I'm saying. Because it's a lot of communication. If I general a match, so if I'm in a ring and I hit you, boom, feet to the ropes, feet to the ropes. I hit you, blah, 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 blah. If I'm telling you to move, I hit you with one of these. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, bro, move out the way. Oh, yeah. Come in, bam. Most backyard wrestlers or wrestlers themselves don't get out of their zip code. So they stay in one place and everybody else says, oh man, you're good, you're good. And the minute they leave and go to this city or this state, then they realize like, oh shoot, I don't know nothing. Actually,
Mm.
get out your zip code. The one thing that makes a good wrestling company or independent wrestling is their talent. But I will say, if you've never been at a independent shows trump freaking WWE shows by 1,000%. The interaction is completely different, way different.
It's a live vibe, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I went to one like
Yes.
last year, I think. Like normally I go to
Where'd you
seem
go to?
like, huh?
Well, you know what company you went to?
I went to actually no, it's funny. The
Hmm.
last time I went to one, it was the lady that I know, Doug O'Shea and them, and Espinoza was
Yes.
actually on the card whenever I went.
Yep.
And I went to that one. So that was probably 2 years ago. And then I went to another one, but it was like during the STL Anime Con. So they had a ring
Okay.
set up too. So like I try to hit
Okay.
like one randomly, like once a year I go try to, you know what I'm saying, venture off into somewhere. And I have I been to one this year? I did go to one this year because I went to what's his name. So moving forward this year, I
Okay.
need to find something too, but also networking a little bit more too though. So
Yes. Yes. And this is gonna blow up for you, man. I'm telling you right now, stuff you doing, bro. Like when I be watching, and forget 2.0 for a second. Shout out to Charles. All right, Charles be killing it with this. Like I go through my TikTok and everything, and I always see this and everything, try to like it and stuff, or watch it for you and everything. Like, bro, you doing your thing. This right here is just the first. I'm gonna call friends and stuff, and then people gonna be coming on your show, man. Like this is gonna blow up. Like I want to just pray right now, Lord Jesus, to help him to where his show blows up. In Jesus' name, amen. Like
amen.
this, 100% for real, for real. Shout out to you, for real.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. And we be
Sir.
bouncing off a lot of stuff back and forth between each other too. Like randomly for
yeah.
something small. For the 120, no, actually for I got 124 on my channel now, so that's growing on my YouTube channel. But for the podcast channel that had nobody on that motherfucker for hellas, and I was like, bruh, I can't get anybody to watch it. Like I don't know what's going on. And I went in and I was in this man's office and I was like, bruh, nobody watches this shit. And I don't know why. And it has the same shit as my page. Like, what the fuck? Like, I feel like it should be easier and cleaner. And he was just like, oh, you don't got nothing right here, here, here. And I was like, what?
Literally. Yep.
And I was like,
That's
damn. So shout
it's
out.
like an interview. It's like it's like an interview. You bring your stuff so they can see who you are. That's all it is.
Man, look, at that point in time, I know 4 people probably fucking found me from word of mouth, but the rest of the motherfuckers, probably about the good 45 of y'all who actually discovered some shit. Thank this man for whatever thumbnail I got that attracted you. You know, I try to make sure I keep thumbnails on those pods. I need to figure out how to throw a thumbnail on a short though, bro. That's that woo. That's what I ain't been doing.
Let me know. I chat GPT in a minute for you.
Hey, bro, it's that with them Opus clips though, bro. It's because the Opus clips like schedule it, and I be trying to like that's the part I need to figure out how to schedule it with the thumbnail in it. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, I just pick a picture and I just take it and run with it, bro. Opus clips is one of the reasons why I'm able to drop so much content. Because I know it seems like I drop a lot of content, but for real, half the time, bro, I be having Opus clips. Like I be having that mug set up on a schedule, and if I forget the schedule one, I got it on my phone where I can like literally go outside, smoke a cigarette, and be like, yeah, let me post, like schedule this to post at 1. And it's gonna post on Instagram, YouTube. I know I'm fucking Instagram up, but I don't care. I'm not putting a polished project out there. I'm putting something there. I don't care. Like, but I don't care, bro. But I go hit one button and it posts to both YouTube pages, Instagram, TikTok, and whenever it's podcast stuff, you know, to the other homie TikTok. So it helps out with that. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're trying to like flood. So I appreciate that.
It's gonna blow. It's gonna continue to grow, man. Like it's gonna continue. I'm gonna be like, hey, that's my boy. I know him.
That's gonna be what's up. Shit, you gotta be right there with me. Shit, I'm like, this the first one had my interview. Look, I want you to be the Ray J to the Breakfast Club for me, sir. Like, let's get this. This gonna be the first time, and I'm gonna be here 10 years later, and you're gonna be looking like, what the fuck? I'm be like, hey, I'm still here.
Hey, look, we going places. That's all I'm saying. We going places. 2026, here we come.
There we
That's
go.
all I'm saying.
Look, and I'm be on hitting up that Wall Street Mania too, bro, so I can get my bread right.
Bro, look, that's the way the world working right now. That's where you want to be at, and that way you can do your podcast and everything, and do whatever. Click a button, make your money. Podcast.
I'm hip because you know the way things going. You know what I'm saying? We can't say everything we want to say because we still work for people. So, well, me, I can't say everything I want to say. I still work for people. So sometimes I just sit back and shut the fuck up. But I would like to be able to be like, First Amendment, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But a little off subject, but let me hop right back in because we almost about done with this. I know you're a busy man.
That's cool, man. I'm enjoying it.
That's what's up, bro. I appreciate it. Try to make it an enjoyable experience. You feel me? So,
of course,
that's what's up. Who would your dream tag team partner be?
Oh, besides Jericho, I got to let me get off the Jericho train for a second. My dream would probably be AJ Styles. Actually,
AJ
we
Styles.
don't we our styles are very similar.
Hmm.
Now, as far as in the match go, like he's more the high flyer and everything. When I have to pull out that guy, I will.
Hmm.
But for the most part, I would be the brawler. He would be that person. But AJ Styles will 100% definitely be somebody I would love to partner with.
I mean, shit.
Or, or, or in my heel moments, Randy Orton.
Mm.
Randy Orton. Like man bun. There was a time when I rocked the man bun. The man bun Jones, I would say was probably the most sinister part of my character. I like the stuff that I was doing, the creative stuff I was doing and everything. Like I was almost moving like Randy because I had this flatliner, a jumping flatliner that I called Jonesfield, but it was the way that I was hitting it. I remember one dude went up, he kicked me, he was going for a famouser, and he kicked me, and then he hit the ropes, and when he posted off of me to jump up in the air, I remember him posting off my shoulder, and I threw him up and caught him at the same time. It was dope. That I got video of. That was actually like a dope transition of a flatliner. And I
Okay.
was always trying to hit it in different ways. So, Randy, you gonna be my partner. You don't know it. Don't hurt me, sir. Don't
Let's
hurt me,
tag
sir.
him.
Please
Let's
don't.
tag him. Shit. Don't know. Shit. Randy be around here, bro. Everybody in St. Louis got a story and bumping into Randy Orton somewhere. Like, especially St.
Yeah.
Charles
Or
area.
oh yeah, my wife ran into him a couple times, and then I creepishly went to his house. Let me just tell you the story real quick. So we like literally we're at our apartment, and I went on U.S. phone book, and a lot of people on U.S. phone book. So I was just like, man, I'm just curious. I heard Randy Orton stay out, in Missouri. When I tell you, I looked up this man's address. This man stayed 6 minutes away from me. As a matter of fact, yeah, because I'm right down the street from my apartment. And I said, hey, babe, I know this gonna sound weird. Don't judge me. You want to go to Randy Orton house? And she was like, D, what? And I'm like, I'll drive. I'm just curious to see like his house. So we drove through and it was snowing, and he got a gated community, but the gates was open. And we drove past. I'm like, Sarah, turn into the freaking place. And she's like, D, what if we get caught? Turn into the place. Randy Orton house is right there. And sure enough, we turned, and Randy was outside with his son playing basketball. And this was me right here. Hold on. I just want you to see this. This was me right here. Hold on. Like, I was like, and then I went back, and then we went back, and I'm like, I'm standing there, and I'm like, all right, babe, go. He out there playing basketball with
In the
his son, just
snow?
chilling in the snow. Like I still remember that. Because matter of fact, his neighborhood had like a few deer and everything in there too. And I was like, and it wasn't snowing like crazy snowing. Like it wasn't like because I wouldn't have got out. I probably still would have. But it was just snowing. You know what I mean? And it was cold, and he was just out there with his son playing basketball. And I was like, dang, like this straight Randy, like Randy right there. You know what I mean? So sorry, Randy. I ain't cool with you. Now I'm creeping you at your house and everything. Sorry. You
He
stay around the
hasn't
corner.
been back. He hasn't been
No, I
back.
haven't been back. I ain't been back, Randy. I promise. I know where you stay at. So don't try me.
All right.
Nah, but that I would say that was definitely. But another thing would be, man, too. It's like I got to give a shout out to like a lot of these people that I have shared ring with, like a girl named Cameron Bernay on the independent scene, and I think she went by Amir or something like that.
Mhm.
In NXT. It was a pleasure to share a ring with her. As a matter of fact, my last match down at Broadway, when they brought me back at the time, she was my partner. And I had known her for a long time. So I was very, very happy to see her blow up. Jordan Grace, the same thing. I was very excited and happy to see her blow up. I got to freaking share a locker room and talk to Randy Orton's dad, Bob, at the time.
Okay.
And we would literally like talk. And I don't know if you know this dude. His name is Tracy Smothers.
Yeah.
He Tracy Smothers.
That's a
Okay.
legend, bro.
Yes. Tracy was my guy, dude. Like Tracy always went to the independent, like he was always on the independent scene. And when I tell you, every time I had a match, me and him would just sit before he passed away and just talk about the matches and stuff. Like how many, like how did the match go? And he was like, bro, you did good here. I will work on this. I got to share a locker room with Harley Race before he died and
Mm.
everything. Like they welcomed me up there at Troy. I still consider these guys as family. They still contact me. We still talk. And it's a lot of these people now that I see that's on the indies. There's another guy. I don't if you look him up, he's on the independent scene. His name is Warhorse. He go by Warhorse and everything.
Seen him on AEW.
AEW. Warhorse's real name is Jake Pornell. Jake Pornell was actually my tag team partner for the same place that me and Jordan used to travel to, which was called Strictly Insane. Me and him was tag team partners, and that still is on my YouTube channel for us tagging and everything. Jake, cool guy. So just to see him like blow up like that and everything, like I'm so proud of them. It's never a hate, like, oh man, that's my opportunity. I'm always proud of these guys, and we'll always message them like, bro, so proud of you, or girl, I'm so proud of you on where you are and everything. Like, keep that going. So
That's what's up.
that's the same, man. It's gotta stay humble and give your respect to the ones that made it. So love those guys.
All right. So if you weren't wrestling, what would you be doing as your outlet?
Oh, I mean, trading is definitely that. Would definitely say that I'd be 100% trading. But I ain't gonna lie, like if I didn't join wrestling, I gotta give wrestling so much credit, man. In school, in school, and the girls and stuff that would come up to me, I was known as Shy Darius for years. Oh, he's so shy. He's so shy. I didn't talk to nobody. So to see people now when I actually started wrestling, I was like, you became wrestler like in front of people and stuff. It was my breakout moment. It was a moment that I had to get over, a fear that I had to get over with. And to be completely honest with you, if Marius Jones was never born, if that moment had never happened with WWE or anything like that, Wall Street Mania would have never existed. Me probably being at the job we're at right now probably would have never existed because I would have never wanted to get out of that shell. But wrestling caused me to break that shell every single time I went out through the curtains to go, you're the center, figure it out. You're the center, make this work. Make this work. You want to do this? You want to be a wrestler? Make this work. So I give wrestling so much credit. If it wasn't for that, my car flop channel would have never existed because I wouldn't want to get in front of a camera. This interview would have never existed because I would have been too afraid. I didn't want to see my own face or hear my own voice. But dude, like wrestling, thank you. Thank you. I thank you. But if it wasn't for wrestling, yeah, I don't know. Probably on the street doing something else I ain't supposed to be doing. I don't know.
Well, you know what? It had to give you some confidence because it take a lot to step out in motherfucking some tighty whities, fucking trunks, looking in front of a crowd of people. Like, damn it, that's like a softcore porno star. Like, hey, I'm stepping out. No, as close to naked as can be.
Oh, for Val Venus. Oh no,
You gotta get that pelvic thrust going. You gotta get that circle going. All right.
the Rick Rude.
The Rick Rude, he used to get it for real, for real. Hey,
Bro,
people sleep
yeah,
on
Rick
Rick
Rude.
Rude, bro. If you knew Rick Rude back in the day, bro, like before, like he ran around with DX and shit, like if you actually saw Rick Rude wrestle, bro, you saw greatness.
He was good.
He was good.
Yeah,
He was good.
Rick Rude's that dude.
Yeah.
A lot of talent that people may not know about besides your Hulk Hogan's and your Ric Flairs, like Rick Rude, Jake the Snake. Like, man,
Yeah.
Rude was that guy.
Yeah. Jake the Snake psychology, like, bro, you know what's messed up too, bro. Hey, why one time? So like all they family history been out, right? About about boom, Jake the Snake, second generation wrestler. So I end up in like a game chat with somebody who was like, yeah, Jake the Snake in my family. And I was like, damn, he had a fucked up childhood. And the dude did not expect me to say that. And I was like, bro, I probably shouldn't have said that. I was like, bro, I was just saying like that's what's been publicized. Like damn, like I didn't know if he thought that was just gonna be a flex. Like, I'm like, are you okay? Like, shit, some of them, he seems like he is. That gene pool is kind of psychologically traumatized. Like, are you okay, sir? Like, I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Is y'all all related to y'all family? Never mind. Never mind.
Oh shit. All right, we rounding it out. I got two more for you. I got What's your favorite wrestling figure? What was your favorite wrestling game or wrestling figure growing up?
My favorite wrestling. You said wrestling game or wrestling figure?
Either or, both.
Let's do both. My favorite wrestling figure. I don't know why. I had a Kane wrestler, and I don't know. It was like something about this character Kane, because Kane was like this monster that didn't have a face. He had a mask, and then like having that toy, I thought my Kane toy was like the best toy. Wrestling game though, man, I'm gonna have to give it to two. I'm gonna have to get two. All right. First one has to be WWF No Mercy on N64.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got WWF SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. All time. Because when you wrestling backstage and everything like that, and you throwing all your people and I don't know what we was thinking with WWF No Mercy. Like I remember saying, like, bro, these graphics are so real, and they face just like,
ooh,
they wasn't moving there.
Bruh, the way that they moved, it was horrible, bruh, horrendous, bruh. The size comparison of big wrestlers to small wrestlers, nowhere near realistic from where we got now. Y'all new kids playing these 2K games. I know y'all bitch about the glitches and shit or whatever, or the fact that y'all spoiled, bruh. The fact that the Big Show looks like the Big Show and Rey Mysterio looks like, well, not Big Show, I'm sorry. Let's say Kevin Nash, because Big Show is an AEW property right now. I don't know how that shit works. But you know what? I don't know what's up with Mark Henry though, because Mark Henry has been having a lot of like WWE drops, like merch type features and games and other stuff. Like, I don't know what's up with him.
Maybe he on like a Legends contract or something, to where like he can do both shows or whatnot, or he can go over here, he can go over there. They got to give him a shout out and everything, even though he hit that leg messed up. Yeah. I see when he be walking, that leg gone. But hey, Mark Henry, you still Mark Henry from the Attitude Era. You're my guy.
Man, somebody gonna get that wig split. You hear me?
Somebody gonna get that wig split.
Hey. All right, bruh. This gonna be the last one for me.
What you got?
Finish this sentence, bruh. Finish this sentence.
Okay.
The fans should remember me for.
Fans should remember me for me being a respectful, loving person. I am going to always be 2.0. I'm gonna always be me, but I'm gonna help you regardless. I'm gonna always have your back. I'm gonna always be respectful. I'm gonna always respect where I came from. I'm gonna always respect the fans and everything. Like I still have signs of fans making that. And when I tell you that right there, like meant so much to me, because it's like, dang, you know what I mean? Or somebody coming up to me and just talking to me about their personal. I had a fan message me about their personal life, saying I was getting bullied at school and stuff like that. And I'm like, I ain't Dr. Phil, but I sat and talked to them and everything, and was just like, hey, just just try and stay focused. If you can, seek help when you have to. But I want people to just know me for me being me and not ever changing for anything. I don't change because this person around or that person around, or I want to respect him. And if I got your back and I call you a friend, you're gonna be my friend no matter who come around. So that's just me.
That's what's up, bro. That's an honest answer, bro. For the first person to answer that question, you answered it very respectfully, and everybody else is gonna have to answer that question post you, bro. They got a lot to outdo, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just as far as bringing themselves and personality and genuineness.
They got shoes to fill.
They got big ass shoes to fill, big ass boots to fill. Ah, shit.
Nah, man, like that's what I would say, man. It's being respectful. It takes you farther in life. It really does.
That's what's up, bro. I know. So, chat, we finna go ahead and end this joint pretty soon. I was trying to get ready to get something else, but I don't know, bro. I'm trying to write out to somebody that's not English. I mean, it's English, but I don't want to write out to no dating and relationship advice either. And these people look really weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh no, because it's called the Gaming Chair with GAYMING Chair Podcast. No offense to y'all, but nah, fuck nah. Who we gonna write out to next? That's a little too much for me, bruh. Can I find something in English? I'm gonna have a little bit of editing to do. You know what?
Oh.
All right. You know what? Let's pull up on it. I don't even know what the hell they're talking about, but it is what it is. Oh, they're watching football. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull off. Chat, I appreciate this. We did have the Marius 2.0 Jones taking us through Jonesville, telling us how Jonesville started and how it got to where it got to where it now is getting its urban sprawl. You feel me? So we going to sprawl out. We gonna spread out. This is gonna hopefully, you know, reach out to the reaches of everywhere. Apparently, we got people in India looking at clips, and UK, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of St. Charles people, a lot of local people too, though. But you know, it's branching off and getting to other places. So, we're gonna go ahead and raid out of this. You already know, whatever you do a lot of. Full motherfucking motion. It's OG Kill You Gently and
2.0 to Marius Jones.
Yes, sir. And you already know we functional. We finna be out this joint and be easy. Draw some threes in Football Kings official chat. Let them know where you come from. Let's go.
Let's go. Appreciate you, Charles. Thank you for having me on the show, man. Really appreciate it.
Gucci. You good. You good. Hold on. Let me end this joint real quick.
Can't stop, no. Can't stop, no, I can't stop. I won't drop, fall from grace, cannot.